generating discrete random variable. So in earlier lectures, we discussed about the generation of a continuous random variables. We have seen the various methods like inversion methods and the acceptance rejection methods, or you can say simply rejection methods. We have seen various, also we have uh, generate the random number from a normal distribution based on the Book's Muller as well as the Marshanglia methods of polar coordinates. Now here we will use the generation of a random variables using the discrete either distribution, or I wish to generate a discrete random variable. So of course the one of the standard method is inversion method. So that is called, first method is inverse transformation method, and second we will see that is the method of a acceptance rejection method. So that two methods we will see. First we talk about the inverse transformation method. The method in continuous distribution random variable, we write the CDF, and if CDF is invertible, then we say it is a inversion method or inverse transformation method. But here, this method is little bit different. Suppose we want to generate the value of discrete random variable x having probability mass function in continuous we have a PDF, here in a discrete we have a PML. Having probability mass function P of x equal to xj is Pj, j running from 0, 1, 2, okay, and the sum of this all probabilities j equal to 1 to, okay, infinite. This Pj is equal to 1. So we have, let us, we have given the information that the x is a discrete random variable whose probability mass function is given by probability of x equal to xj. When x takes value xj, what is the probability? The probability is known as the Pj, where j running from 0, 1 to infinity, and the sum of the probability is 1. So what we do in the continuous random variables, we usually find out the CDF distribution function. So here we will also use the same concept of a CDF. To accomplish this, We generate a random variable we generate a random variable u. What we do, we generate a uniform random variable u, that is u is distributed uniform 0 1, and set x equal to x0 if uniform random number u is less than p0. P0 is nothing but when x takes value x0, the p0 is the corresponding probability. It takes value x1. So random variable x takes value x1 if u is lies between p0 and p1, or you can set, sorry, p0 plus p1. So every time you have to calculate the cumulative probability. If your random number u is lies between the p0 and p0 plus p1, then set x equal to x2. Likewise, suppose it takes value xj if u is lies between, here it is a cumulative probability up to the 1. So can we say that it is a cumulative probability I equal to 1 to j pi, and this is a I equal to 1 to j minus 1 pi. So if you take I equal j equal to 1, so that means here I become the 0. So p equal to 0, sorry, this quantity is p0, u less than p0 plus p1. Okay, and likewise you have to set the value of x. So in short, while generating a discrete random variable, what happened? We have given the probability mass function, the probability of x0, x1 up to xj is denoted p0, p1, pj. Calculate the cumulative probabilities. If u is less than p0, set x equal to x0. If u is lies between p0 and p0 plus p1, set x equal to x1. And if u is lies between sum over pi, where I running from 1 to j minus 1, and sum over pi, I running from 1 to j, then set x equal to xj. So why we are writing this? Since for some a and b, where a is less than b less than 1, so a and b has some value which is lies between 0 to 1. If you find out the probability that a is less than equal to u minus b, is nothing but, sorry, a less than equal to u less than b is nothing but b minus a, because probability of u less than equal to b, so this can be, you can write in this way. This is the probability of u less than b minus probability of u less than equal to a. So what is the distribution function of uniform? Probability of x less than equal to x, it is a x, so it is a b, and here it is a, so it is a b minus a. So this is what you can say. So we know this. So therefore, when the x takes value xj, it is a probability that a random variable u with type lies between the I equal to j summation j minus 1 to less than u less than summation I equal to 1 to j pi. And this is nothing but the, what you will get? You will get the pj. Okay. Hence, x has desired distribution. So in short, how to generate a random numbers? Okay. So we have to use this. So we will write in the form of algorithm. So algorithm. What we require? We require the sum probability mass function. The first step is you have to generate a random number u from uniform 0 1. Second, if u less than p0, then immediately you have to set x equal to x0 and stop because x0 is generated. Third step, if u less than p0 plus p1, set x equal to x1 and stop. Fourth, if u less than p0 plus p1 plus p2, set x equal to x2 and stop. So likewise you have to repeat the procedure to generate the random numbers. Is that okay? If we write f of xk as summation I running from 0 to k p of I, then x takes value xk if uniform number is lies between f of xk minus 1 to f of xk. Okay, or you can say that x takes value xj. You can write f of xj minus 1 to xj. If you wish to write in the form of a continuous variables. So after generating a random numbers u, we determine the value of x which is lies between this to this interval. So it is as good as say that we apply the inverse transformation method. So what we do, we generate a random numbers u and then we try to see that whether the u belongs to this, then we say that the xj is generated. So that was the same things we are doing. How we are using the u in continuous, it is f of x. So we say that if x equal to f inverse u. So that means where we are calculating, we generate the u and we try to see whether it belongs to this interval. If yes, then the corresponding xj is generated. So if we know the u, we know the transformation function, we can generate the x. So in that way, we say that D, we are using the discrete inverse transformation method. So let us understand one example so that you can have a more idea. So whatever I said, I just let me write. In other words, after generating after generating a random number u, we determine the value of x by finding interval f of xj minus 1 f of xj in which u lies in which u lies. That means it belongs to that. It is equivalently finding the inverse of fu. That's why we call we call discrete we call the generated x by using discrete inverse transformation method. So let us understand one example. If we want to simulate, if we wish to simulate random variable x, all right, random variable x such that we have given p1 equal to 0.20, p2 equal to 0.15, p3 equal to 0.25, p4 equal to zero point 0.4. Okay, so we have given the probability that x takes value x1 is 0.2, x takes value 2, is 0.15, x takes value 3 is 0.25, and P4, that is x takes value 4 is 0.4. Okay. So it is saying that generate the random variable x. So how to generate the random variable x? Then we could generate x by following procedure. So first step, generate u from uniform 0 1. Second, if u is less than 0.2, okay, that is the P1. Then set x equal to 1 and stop. Second, third step. Again you have to generate a random numbers. Okay, एक ही बार generate करो. If generated random numbers is less than 0.2, तो हमारी फॉर्मूला क्या है? P1 less than u less than P1 plus P2. What is the P1? That is 0.2 less than u less than 0.2 plus 0.15, which is a 0.35. Set x equal to x2 or x equal to 2 and stop. Third, here it is a 0.35 and this is a 0.35 plus 0.25 is 0.6 and then 0.6, 0.4, that is 1. So next step is if P1 plus P2 is less than u less than P1 plus P2 plus P3. So this is a 0.35 is less than u less than 0.6. Set x equal to 3 and stop. 5. If P1 plus P2 plus P3 is less than u less than P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4, that is it is a 0.6 less than u less than 1. If here set x equal to 4 and stop. So repeat such if you wish to generate n random numbers, then if we wish to generate n random numbers, then repeat step 1 to 5 n times. So every time you have to generate a new random number and repeat the step 1 to 5, and then it will give the required set of random numbers. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Any questions? Anyone? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, so there is no question.
Yes, no questions.
Okay, good. Now suppose we have a, this is what we say that some probability function is given, probability mass function. Okay, yet we will not come to the, we are not at the random numbers from a given distribution. Here we are simply that some probabilities are given. For example, in the Monte Carlo simulation methods, you have given the event probabilities, and based on the event probabilities, it is saying that generate the 1,000 random numbers and find out their expected value. So this is actually nothing but the steps of Monte Carlo simulation. Okay, you have given the probability, calculate the cumulative probabilities, and based on this cumulative probability, calculate the random numbers from a discrete PML. Now, there is another case. Suppose we wish to generate the value x, happen to this. Wish to generate the value x which is equally likely to take on any of the values one, two, three up to let us say n. So what we said that suppose we wish to generate the value of x which is equally likely. That means x takes value 1, 2, n equally likely. That means each having the equal probability. That is probability that x takes value xj is 1 by n. Each and every having a equal probability. J takes value 1 to n. So how to generate? Using the above result, we generate U, uniform random number, and set x equal to xj और set x equal to j, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे j equal to 1 to दिया है. If j minus 1 upon n less than u less than j upon n. Okay, so it is a cumulative probability up to the j minus 1, and this is the cumulative probability up to the j. Therefore, x takes value j if you multiply n in the all the side, so you can say j minus 1 less than nu less than j. Or in other words, so you can see that nu is the integer part. Actually, it should be integer because it is j minus 1 to j, so this should be a integer. But is it integer?
No.
It cannot, because n is integer, u may be fraction, so it not be integer. So we have to convert them into the integer. So we have to set x equal to j if x equal to j. लेकिन यहाँ पे j क्या हो रहा था? We can set j provided this should be of a integer. Okay, so instead of the j, whatever the value of this plus 1, so that is become the our x. So we can set x equal to integer value of nu plus 1. So you have to find out the integer value of nu, and when you add, it is your x. So when your uniform random numbers is lies between j minus 1 upon n to j upon n. So it is as good as that. You have to select a random number u, multiply with this n, find out the integer part and add. It is giving the discrete random variable which are equally likely, where integer n or integer x or integer nu is integer part of nu. Which integer part? Greatest. Greatest integer क्या होगा? Part of nu which is less than nu. तो nu का सबसे बड़ा integer part लेना है. Again that value should be less than nu. So in that way you have to select. If you wish to generate a discrete uniform random numbers, okay, you wish to generate a discrete uniform random numbers when the discrete uniform probabilities are given to you. So this is the example of a discrete uniform random number. Okay, the probability is equally likely, and whatever the xj, they are said to be a discrete uniform random number. Is that clear? Any questions?
No, sir. No, sir.
Anyone? So we will see one more method. Generating discrete random number. क्या हो रहा है आज इसको? From geometric distribution. So we know that the PMF of geometric distribution with probability of success P is probability that x takes value I is nothing but p into q raised to I minus 1 if I is greater than 4, where I is greater than or equal to 1 and q equal to 1 minus p. So we know that in geometric distribution what happened? We have a failure, 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 failure. How many times failure? I minus 1 time failure, and the ith time you get the success. So this is the q raised to I minus 1 into p. where I is greater than equal to 1. अगर आप 0 से शुरू करते हैं तो p into q raised to I equal to 0. 1 से शुरू कर रहे हैं तो I minus 1. Okay? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So what is x? X is nothing but x की जगह x is our setup here. X takes value I. It means I am talking about the success. Okay, I minus 1 तक का time it is a failure. So when it is x equal to I, so x can be thought of x can be thought of the first success. It is a first success. When trials are independent. So trials are independent and we wish to find out the probability of success, each having probability of success is P. P is the probability of success. But we know that, what we know? J equal to 1, 2, or you can say I equal to 1, 2, J minus 1. This is the probability of x equal to I. Suppose if I am writing the cumulative probability of x equal to I, where I running from 1 to J minus 1. Why I am interested in that? Because in earlier setup we have seen that U is lies between summation I equal to 1 to J minus 1 Pi less than U summation I equal to 1 to J Pi. So we write about this. So can we write in this way? It is equal to 1 minus probability that x is greater than J minus 1, because it is a P1, P2 up to Pj minus 1. So it can be written as 1 minus probability of x greater than J minus 1. इसको हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? It is as good as, can I write it is a probability that x is less than or equal to J minus 1. लिख सकते हैं ना, this quantity. So this is nothing but probability 1 minus probability of x greater than J minus 1. So when you said J minus 1, when x is greater than J minus 1, it means when you can continue with the trials in a geometric distribution, when the last trial must be the success. As soon as you receive the success, your job of geometric trials are over. So you will continue your trial till you get the first success. So when x is greater than J minus n, it means that earlier up to the J minus 1, you did not get the success. That means it is a first J minus 1 trials are all failures. Okay? Why? Because I am going beyond the J minus 1 trial. As I said that in geometric distribution, last trial must be the success. As soon as you get the success, the geometric trials are over. You need not require to go for the trials again. So you have to apply the trials beyond the J minus 1. It means it is showing that all J minus 1 trials you performs, you get the failures. And what is the probability of failures? It is a q each trial, so it is a q raised to j minus 1 because it is a q. How many? Because all trials are independent, so it is a q raised to j minus 1, and where j is greater than or equal to 1. So now I got this concept because I don't know the what is the form of the CDF, so I have written now this as a this, and I am using now previous result. Generate a uniform random numbers. Okay. Now we can generate the value of x value of x by generating a random numbers and setting x equal to j, for which u is lies between 1 minus q raised to j minus 1 to 1 minus q raised to j. That is x equal to j if q raised to, if you just subtract this quantity from 1, what will you get? There is 1 minus q raised to j minus 1 less than 1 minus u less than 1 minus q raised to j. Is it? ऐसा लिख सकते हैं? No. So what we do? We first pre-multiply this by the minus. So when you apply the minus sign, the quantity is reversed. So it is a minus 1 minus q raised to j less than minus u less than minus 1 minus q raised to j minus 1. So now you subtract this quantity from 1, 1 minus q raised to j less than 1 minus u less than 1 minus q raised to j minus 1. So now this is a q raised to j less than 1 minus u less than q raised to j minus 1. So that means set x equal to j if uniform numbers is lies between 1 minus u lies between q raised to j to q raised to j minus 1. Okay. Therefore, x is nothing but it is a minimum of j when q raised to j is less than 1 minus u. I am using this only. If you find out the q raised to j and if it is less than 1 minus u, we can say that the j is obtained. And you have to find out all possible j where q raised to j is less than 1 minus u. You take the minimum value and that is your x. Okay. So if you take both the side log, what happen? X equal to minimum of, we have this quantity. It is taking value j f q raised to j less than 1 minus u. Okay, we know this result. If a less than b, log a is less than log b. Okay, so we take both the side log, what happen? It is a minimum of j into log q less than log 1 minus u. So it is taking the minimum value as a j if j is less than log 1 minus u upon log q. Okay, and because log 1 minus q and log q, so log q can be negative. Why? Because q is less between 0 to 1, so this is negative, this is also negative, so there is no issue. So we set x as it is an integer of log 1 minus u upon log q plus 1. So if you can use this expression, it will help you to generate a random numbers from a
Geometric distribution.
geometric distribution. Okay. So what you need in a geometric, you require the probability of failure. If you get the probability of failure, generate a uniform random number, use this expression, and it will help you to generate a random numbers from a geometric distribution. Any questions? And you can also write this as this. Why? Because u is from uniform 0 1. Okay, so 1 minus u is also from 0 to 1. So you can also use this expression log u upon log q and their integer part plus 1. This is generating a random numbers from geometric distribution with probability of success p. Any questions, anyone? Good. So now we generate a random numbers from a Poisson distribution. Generating a Poisson random variable. So if you wish to generate the Poisson random numbers, we should first know the PDF, sorry, PMF. The random variable x is said to have Poisson distribution with rate lambda if its PMF is given by e raised to minus lambda, lambda raised to x upon x factorial. H takes value 0, 1, 2, lambda is greater than 0. Okay. So, or in the form of I, if you wish to write, probability of x equal to I e raised to minus lambda, lambda raised to I upon I factorial. I takes value 0, 1, 2, infinity. Lambda is greater than 0. So ultimately our aim is that we wish to generate a random numbers from a Poisson distribution using the inverse transformation method. So we know the relation. What is the relation? If I wish to find out probability at I plus 1, what is that? It is lambda upon I plus 1 into Pi. It is a recurrence relation. We must be knowing in terms of a probability of x equal to x plus 1 is equal to lambda upon x plus 1 into probability of x equal to x. So this is a recurrence relation. So if you know the value of Pi, you can easily obtain the value of Pi plus 1. And in a inverse transformation methods, we require the cumulative probabilities. Okay. So now we generate the algorithm for generating discrete random variable with inverse transformation method from Poisson distribution. So what is the step one? So first step is generate uniform random numbers u. Second step, I equal to 0. Then what is the p 0? P0 we call them as a p. It is a e raised to minus lambda. You can see that. If you substitute I equal to 0, what happen? E raised to minus lambda, lambda raised to 0 upon 0 factorial. It is a e raised to minus lambda. And I can call them as a p. And that is nothing but it is a cumulative probability at I equal to 0. Step 3. If u is less than f, whatever random numbers you have generated in it is less than f, it is a cumulative probability, then set x equal to I. अभी I क्या है? 0. If this is the case, if u less than f, then x equal to I and stop. If it is not the case, then you will check. You will calculate p equal to lambda upon I plus 1 into
Yeah,
into p, because we call them as a p, na? So recurrence relation, what I say that I have said it is a p. Now lambda upon I plus 1. Now I am again assigning to the variable as a p. It is not p. I am not writing because I am writing algorithm. So what happened? I have multiplied this lambda upon I plus 1 into the p, which we have calculated earlier, and then I am assigning back to the as a p. And at that time I am writing f equal to, earlier what was the f? f equal to earlier f is a simple p. Now I am adding the new p. Okay, and I equal to 5 plus 1. Step 5, go to step 3. You will check if u is less than f, then set x equal to I. तो here I क्या हो गया, 0 का 1 हो गया. ठीक है, तो सही है कि गड़बड़ है? दिस इज नॉट द क्यूमुलेटिव प्रोबेबिलिटी. ये हमें क्या दे, इंडिविजुअल प्रोबेबिलिटी. द इंडिविजुअल प्रोबेबिलिटी एट दी आई एच. सपोज आई इक्वल टू 0 लिया तो ये क्या देगा, p1. ये p0 है, तो p0 एंड p1. लेकिन जब हम नेक्स्ट क्यूमुलेटिव करेंगे तो हमें क्या चाहिए, इट शुड बी लाइज बिटवीन p0 एंड p1. तो ये इसमें मेरा p0 है. नाउ इसके अंदर क्या है, p1 है. तो आई एम चेकिंग इफ u इज लेस देन p1, तो u इज लेस देन p. यहाँ पे इनिशियली क्या है, p0 है. इसके अंदर अब क्या है, p1. तो इट इज p0 प्लस p1. तो u लेस देन p0 प्लस p1. इफ यस, then the generated random number is 5. Is that clear? Getting my point? Initially
सर फिर से बताइए.
you have just generated random numbers. When you take I equal to 0, you say that p0 is equal to p. So p क्या है, you say it is a e raised to minus lambda, and that p you assign as a f. Now if you say that if u is less than f, then set x equal to I. I क्या है, 0. तो आपको क्या होगा, अगर वॉट एवर रैंडम नंबर यू जनरेटेड इट इज लेस देन e raised to minus lambda, then you say that I equal to 0 or x equal to 0. Then you say that if you know the current probability of I when x equal to I, you can calculate the current probability of x equal to I plus 1. Okay, so I have calculated it is a I plus 1 probability, but now I have added into I have redefined it as a p. तो एक्चुअली अगर आप p नहीं समझो तो ये क्या है, लेटर से i प्लस 1. तो ये f में क्या बैठा है, i. तो ये क्या होगा, pi एंड pi प्लस 1. एंड इफ u is less than this quantity, you say that I plus 1 is generated. ओके, तो हमें लूप यूज ना करना पड़े, मतलब कि इंडेक्स यूज ना करना पड़े. एंड दैट इज हाउ आई हैव रीअसाइन कि भाई अब नाउ what is the p1. So p1 is this. Now initial f it is a p0, so p0 plus p1. Okay, is that clear?
यस सर.
क्या किया हमने, वी हैव जनरेटेड द यूनिफॉर्म रैंडम नंबर्स. इसको मैंने क्या किया है, p किया है, उसको मैंने असाइन किया है f में. इफ u लेस देन f, द x इक्वल टू i क्या है, 0. नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप व्हाट हैपन, यू नो द p0, यू विश टू कैलकुलेट द p1. तो इसको क्या है, p1 है, लेकिन मैंने p1 को वापस क्या रीअसाइन किया एज ए p. ओके, तो नया f क्या होगा, क्यूमुलेटिव प्रोबेबिलिटी, ओल्ड probability plus new probability. So this is the new cumulative probability. And now I am checking whether u is less than f. Yes, then x equal to I plus 1. तो ऐसे अगर ऐसा नहीं है तो रिपीट करते रहेंगे प्रोसेस, एंड you will generate the required random numbers from a Poisson distribution. Okay. So suppose if I wish to generate a random numbers from generating discrete random numbers from binomial distribution. Suppose we want to generate a value. We want to generate a value of binomial random variable x such that probability x equal to I is NCI p raised to I 1 minus p raised to n minus I, and I takes value 0, 1, 2 up to n, and 0 less than p less than 1 and p plus q equal to 1. We know the recursive formula. Recurrence relation. What is the recurrence relation? P of I plus 1 is equal to n minus I upon I plus 1 into p by q. लेकिन q की जगह पर हम क्या लिख रहे हैं? 1 minus p upon 1 minus p. This is a p of I. तो ये recurrence relation हम जानते हैं. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
तो हमें क्या करना है? मैं इसको लेटेस्ट से if I am saying that n minus I upon I plus 1, इसको मैं क्या कहता हूँ? C कहता हूँ. Here, where C equal to, just I am redefining notation. तो algorithm क्या है? On the same line, first step क्या है? Generate U from uniform 0, 1. Second step, calculate C equal to P upon 1 minus P. Okay. Take I equal to 0. What is the P? P is equal to और P0, आप जिसको P0 कहो. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे P0 रखेंगे तो क्या होगा? I equal to 0, NC0 is 1, P raised to 0 is 1, it is 1 minus P raised to Ni. So I'm saying that it is a, let us say, probability. It's nothing but 1 minus P raised to N. And you assign F as a PR. That is the probability, initial probability. Step 3. If U is less than F, then set X equal to I. What is I? I is 0 and stop. If it is not the case, then calculate. What you have to calculate? New probability. Again, I am saying it is a PR. It is a n minus I upon I plus 1 into C into ये आपका जो PR initially बैठा था वो PR. And then I am assigning F equal to PR plus, sorry, F plus PR. And I equal to I plus 1. Same जो वहाँ पे किया था वही. फिर go to step 3. If U less than F, then X is equal to I. What is I now? Initially I equal to 0. Now I become the 1. If it is not satisfying, then you have to continue with that. Now new I is a 1, so n minus 1 upon 1 plus 1 is 2. P upon 1 minus P. You will calculate the new probability, then you will add it, and again you will I become the 2. And if U less than equal to F, then x become the 2. To repeat the procedure. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So now we will go to the R for the generation of a various random numbers. So we'll save this discrete random variable file name. So first problem is generate discrete random variable from given PML. Okay. So we have given that P0, P1 equal to 0.2, P2 equal to 0.15, P3 equal to 0.40, okay. Sorry, P3 equal to 0.25 and P4 equal to 0.40. Now anyone suggest me how to do that? How to proceed? Anyone? Any idea? So here we say that generate 10 random numbers. So that means first I have to give n equal to 10. What is the second task? बताइए चलो. Because we are generating one uniform random number. चलो उसके बाद what is the next? So first we have to give the probabilities, na? What is the probability? 0.2, 0.15, 0.25, 0.40. What is the cumulative sum? Because I am saying it is a capital P. Or let us say it is a PI is given. And if I am giving it is a P. What is the P? It is giving cumulative sum. So now what we have to do? Generate uniform random numbers as per this concept. So now I will generate uniform random here. Initially I say I equal to 0. It. While I less than or equal to n, here it is I equal to 1. Then what happen? You will generate a one uniform random numbers. U R unif 1. Then what next? क्या करेंगे बताइए. What will you do? If U is less than what? P of I, is it? Or here I am writing 4j in 1 to length of P. And then I have to check if U less than Pi. Every time I have to check. Or you can say that if U is less than Pi minus greater than Pi minus 1 and less than Pi, then x equal to, what is x equal to? यहाँ पीछे आएगा. X equal to j, is it? So you have to write here x as a vector of numeric. Then I is equal to I plus 1. This is while loop is over. And we'll print x. What happened? I have calculated cumulative sum here. Now I equal to 1. 1 less than equal to 10. Yes. I will generate one uniform random numbers. Uniform, yes. And then I will come check j equal to 1 to length of p. That means 1 to 4. It takes value 0.2, likewise whatever it is cumulative 1 2. So if u is less than p1, then x equal to k, that is x equal to 1. If u is less than p2, then x equal to j. p1. See, what is the probability? x1 equal to p1 equal to t. तो यहाँ लिखा है u is less than p1, then x equal to 1. Otherwise आपको क्या देखना है? u is less than p1 plus p2. That means p1 plus p2 is 0.35. तो cumulative probability में क्या आएगा अपना? You can see that it is a 0.35, then 0.60. Okay, if u less than 0.6, then set x equal to 3, and u less than 1, then set x equal to 4. सही है? Yes or no? Then once it is selected, all possible condition it has checked, and then once it is selected, now you will go for the another random number generation. So let me check whether it is working or not. So why it is? Because here I have taken only x. It is the x of I. Now it is right. Why it is 444 every time? Anyone suggest? The reason is that in this condition u is less than, तो यहाँ पे आपको देना पड़ेगा if u is
equals to,
if else, no, if u is greater than p of j and u less than equal to p of k plus 1, is it? तो यहाँ पे आपको क्या करना, यहाँ पे आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? 0 से शुरू करो. It should be 1. And here you can give that p of 1 is equal to p of 0 comma p. First value is 0. Okay. So here you are assessing that if u of p is greater than pj, yes, and less than pj plus 1, then assign xi equal to this. Whether it is working? Let me check. Okay. So it has generated this random number, but is it correct? Is it correct? So for that you can give the print u. Let me generate first 5. So 0.51 is less than 0.6. So it has generated 4. It is fine. Then 0.05, which is less than zero point 0.2. So it has generated 2. This is the position 1, 2. But actually this is my 1. So what happened? I have to subtract every time. Here I instead of give j. Okay, now it will give. Or I have to generate the minus 1. Minus 1 every time I have to. You can verify it. What is that? 0.29. 0.29 is less than 35. So it is a position is, इसको हम भूल जाएंगे तो ये 1 and 2. तो इट इज माई सेकेंड नंबर इज जनरेटेड क्योंकि मैंने जे दिया है ना. अदरवाइज आई हैव टू राइट की ए प्लस 1 उसके बाद -1. 0.39. 0.39 कहाँ आएगा? यहाँ पे, विच इज लेस देन दिस. तो ये कौन सा पोजिशन है? 1, 2 and 3. तो दिस इज थर्ड रैंडम नंबर. 0.26 यहाँ पे, तो सेकेंड. 0.26 तो यहाँ पे आएगा सेकेंड. एंड 0.01 तो कहाँ आएगा? यहाँ पे. तो दिस इज रिक्वायर्ड द रैंडम नंबर जनरेशन. Suppose if you wish to generate the 100 or 10, you can easily generate the 10. Okay, अब देखो पहला 4 आया तो क्यों? Because 0.71 is greater than 0.60 and less than this. So this is the fourth position. हमारे पास 1, 2, 3, 4 ही है ना. That is all. एक बार देखिए, कोई क्वेरी है तो बताइए. Any questions? Anyone? Hello.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So you have to write a program, get the certain outputs, and again you have to re-verify whether it is a correct or not. Now suppose same way if I wish to generate a random numbers from a discrete uniform random number, then what is the formula we have used? If I wish to generate a random number from discrete uniform having a 1 by n probability, then you can generate a random number x by integer of nu plus 1. So we have to simply use this to generate the random numbers. So let us try. Another example we try to see. generate phi random number from uniform discrete uniform. Distribution, that is probability that x equal to I is 1 by, let us say 10, n equal to 10 दिया है, and I takes value 1, 2 up to 10. How to generate? So we know this direct formula. So let us say x equal to vector of numeric. Let us, we wish to generate the 10 random numbers. Let us say 5. You have been asked to 5 generation. Then I equal to 1 while I less than or equal to m. Here it is given that what is the n is equal to 10. Why? Because it is a 1 by n. Okay, so it is nothing but n equal to 10. And what happens? I will generate u equal to r unif 1. And what is the next task? I have to generate the x of I. X of I is nothing but s dot integer, as I wish to find out n into u plus 1. I equal to I plus 1. Then x. This is a random number generated from uniform. It can be take any value between 1 to 10. Okay. If I am not giving this h dot integer, what happens? It is giving the fraction value. If I am writing s dot integer of x, so you can say it is a 737. तो उसका largest integer लेगा which is less than or equal to this quantity. Okay, and that is how we have to give here s dot integer. Suppose if I wish to generate the 20, I am equal to 20. You can see that these all random numbers are generated from you can find the frequency table. So how many times 1 is generated? 5 times. How many times 3 is generated? 4 times. How many times 4 generated? 1 time. Okay. Now we generate a random number from a exponential distribution, sorry, geometric distribution. Generate m equal to 10 discrete random number from geometric distribution with probability of success p equal to 0.2. So what is the form? Same way we can generate m equal to 10, x is vector of numeric I equal to 1 while I less than equal to m, then u equal to r unif 1. Why? Because this is the formula. You have to generate either from this or this. Both are giving the same result. So once you p is neo known, you can get the q. Okay. R unif. Then the formula of x of I is s dot integer log of 1 minus u upon log of q. Okay, plus 1. What is q? So we have to supply p equal to 0.2. So q equal to 1 minus p, that is 0.8. And then I equal to I plus 1. And x. Now what is the mean of x? What is the variance of x? And what is the relation between the mean and variance in geometric distribution? Mean is, what is mean? Expectation of x equal to q by p, and variance is q by p square. So if we take the square root, what we get? Variance of x upon expectation of x. We are getting q by p square upon q by p. So that is cancel out. It is nothing but 1 upon p. Is it? तो p इक्वल टू क्या मिलेगा आपको? मीन अपॉन variance. Okay, so which implies you can also verify p cap equal to x bar upon variance of x. Now let us try. It has generated the random numbers from geometric distribution. It can be anything because the x takes value 0, 1 up to this. And you find out variance and you can find out p cap. So you can say that what is the p cap? P cap is a 0.5. So is it correct? So let us generate the 100 numbers. Okay, so as you're generating the larger number, you can say that p cap is 0.25. So we have taken the 0.2. So it is saying that the data is generated from a required distribution. So that you can verify by using this relation. Variance of x upon ex equal to 1 by p. So p equal to mean upon variance. And that is what we have used. Mean upon variance. Okay. Any questions up to this? I think no questions. Any questions, anyone? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
please reply whether you have question yes or no. If no, then
No,
please
sir.
simply say no. बोलो ख्याति क्या क्वेश्चन है पहले यस सर फिर नो ओके नो क्वेश्चन ओके ओके तो rest of the two algorithms are in the homework as a part of the exercise. The same way you have to uh, write a program for the Poisson random variables as well as the binomial random variables. Next lecture we will discuss about the acceptance rejection methods for the generation of a discrete random variable.